Hello, hello. Welcome back to the OffStudio, the show where we get to talk about whatever I want to talk about because today is my show and not JC's. So, today's OffStudio is actually going to be a little bit of a life update situation. I am pretty excited to say and to announce that the podcast audio only version of the Juiceworms show is actually debuted on Friday, and it renamed as the Conversation Pit. So just imagine yourself as being invited into a living room and you're sitting down with amongst the folks and you're listening to about a couple people, couple to few folks talking about it over a glass of wine or a couple bottles of beer or just a glass of water. So it's a lot of that going on. So a big reason why I personally, and I brought the idea to JC, and I figured that it's kind of nice to revive the podcast format. The Juice Worm show itself is really going to be very, I call it shorts now, and they're actually really fun and quite edited and really cool. But I also think that it's actually really interesting too for people and for the audience to get to know us a little bit better and I guess our different styles if we were to even extend that and create another avenue for people to be able to just chill. If you want to have us on the background, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. And so that's what the conversation pit's all about. I've invited quite a few folks, one person at a time, just to see how it was going to go. And I actually been having a great time about it. At the moment, it's just me solo, just chatting it up, literally about anything. So the topics really range more so than what we usually do on the typical Juice Worm show, which is just one episode and that's it. Or like one episode, one topic, and then we just kind of, go all over the place with it, which is actually really fun. And I actually really, really like that format. But I also really, really like just chilling and having a good time. And so that's what mostly the conversation pits intention and motivation is going to come at. The people that you will see featured, you actually might know them personally or you've encountered them at some point within the typology community is usually kind of where I'm dipping my toes in of who's who of who I'm talking about. And I think a big part of that too is I kind of want to talk about things that aren't related to type. I want to talk about things that people can kind of bond over, which are really just general relatable things that you people may really think about. I think a big part of, at least for my intentions, is a lot of it I want it to be relatable content, something that people can put on the background while they're cleaning or while they're while they're cleaning or while they're taking a shower or something. Just have us babbling in the background. And yeah, scheduling wise, I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go. I put it down as TBD for quite some time. I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna go. I think a big reason because of that is these podcast episodes, unlike the shorts that we have here exclusively on YouTube, tend to be very short, 15 minutes. But the podcast at the Conversation Pit is gonna be way over an hour, if not 2 hours, if the most. And so with that kind of length and audio, it's not going to, well, I think it's going to attract and direct to a different kind of audience. And so just covering all the bases here at the studio, see what we got. So I figured today would be a really good time to bring that out and explain that to everybody. And I think a quick little answer of where you're going to find it. Actually, the podcast has been hopping around for quite some time now. Podbean is the main host. You got Apple Podcasts, Spotify, even I think Amazon and Audible are going with it too. I've been trying to kind of spread the branches and the roots of different platforms that can host the podcast itself, so that other people from other areas who use specific types of apps to listen to podcasts. I try to get as many as I can, and that way can help everybody. So yeah, if you guys are interested, definitely hop on and listen in to what the babble is all about. It's gonna be a lot more relaxed, a lot more chill, accidentally comedic, I think is how I'm gonna see it. So if that's up in your fancy, consider this particular off studio episode as dedicated to, well, one, promoting the podcast, but also just real kind of honest take on just, hey, why not have a conversation with folks about something that everyone can relate to. So with that being said, thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode here on the Juiceworms show, as well as JC's episode later on in the week. And yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good week and stay hydrated. Bye.